Hey yo, what's going on guys? It's MRGang here. Welcome back to another toy review by yours truly. And today is quite an interesting day, because at the time this is being recorded, today is the official launch of the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Now, I know for some of you, you're probably very excited at the idea of the Switch 2 being out, because I know for probably a couple of you, you're probably wondering, do I have the Switch 2? Or will I be getting it in the near future? And to answer both those questions, yes and yes. What do I mean by this? Well, yes, I do plan on getting a Switch 2. Probably not today on day one here, but just in the near future, I definitely expect an unboxing and review of the Switch 2. Since I know everybody's very excited about that, and of course all the new games coming out for it, so all of that will be coming at some point. So stay tuned. But that being said, just so you guys can see off screen here, I do have my lovely Switch OLED over here with its awesome LED throne right there, which I may or may not look at in a future video. Well, we will see. But yes, so that is all there, ready to go. Very, very exciting. But for today, we, as I said, are going to be looking at, well, yet another Technic set for review today, and this one is quite an interesting one. Today, guys, we are going to be taking a look at the Lego Technic bush plane. Yes, so this one I've had my eyes on for a little while now, and you know what? I think he was a worthwhile investment. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So starting off with the box here, of course you have our standard Lego Technic box here, with a very nice CG render of the bush plane flying over the open savanna right there. And then, of course, over here we get the set number 42198, the bush plane. It has 333 pieces and A+. So, pretty cool set, all things considered. So, and as you can also tell by this set, this is not a car or anything like that. This is a Lego plane, which I know I rarely ever review those. So yeah, very, very exciting for the channel. So this is, I believe, my first and currently the only plane I'll be taking a look at here on the channel. And taking a look at the back here, we do get a very nice look of the plane from the back. And of course it does this, this, and this. We'll talk more about all of that here in a bit. Of course, on the back we do, or on the side here, we do get the set number again, and we get a nice render from the back of the plane. And of course, at the top we do have the Lego Technic logo once again, the set number. We get the plane again from the back, and we do get a 1-to-1 scale look at the rotor blades, or the helicopter blades, that come with the set. Now, of course, on the bottom, we do get, of course, the Lego Technic logo again, set number, and a whole bunch of legal jargon. Or legalese, how you want to call it. So, moving the box out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the bush plane itself. And actually, we are going to have to do a quick adjusting of the background here, because it's not going to fit on my turntable. So, see you guys in just a second, real quick. Okay, so now with the background fully fixed up, and you know what, we'll get a little bit of lighting here. Let's now take a look at the bush plane. And here it is, the Lego Technic bush plane in all of its glory. And this thing looks awesome. I really dig this. For one of the few planes that we get from Lego in recent years, this one is really, really nice. I mean, just the details, the stickers, the size, everything about this plane is just absolutely magnificent. And of course, spinning it around real quick, I mean, it just looks gorgeous. I mean, Lego does really good planes the few times they do them. And this one is definitely another smash hit for Lego's vast, you know, I guess you could say their little, what do you want to call it? The little collection of planes that they've done in recent years. So let's go ahead and start at the front of the plane. Taking a look at the front of the plane, we get this very interesting front profile where, of course, you can see the nice big wings at the front with 4 lights to, of course, indicate to people on the ground where the plane is. and statuses and stuff like that. And then, of course, at the front, we also get the big propeller blades, which if we look at those, they are quite big. Of course, it uses 3 of these helicopter blades to form this little propeller. And, of course, like any plane propeller, it does, in fact, spin. So that is quite nice. We'll talk more about the gimmicks of this plane here in a bit. But at the front here, we also get some nice wheels, because, yes, it does roll, as your thing should. And, of course, there are very nice rubber tires for the wheels. So that is excellent. And, of course, taking a little bit of a closer look at the front, we do have what looks to be the pilot seat, little canopy there. And we do have a little hood section here, which does actually play into one of the many play features of this set, and just gimmicks in general, which, again, we will talk about more later on. Of course, checking out this side now, we can get a good look at the sort of upward slope we got for the plane. Because we have a lower set wheel here in the back, and then 2 big landing legs up at the front, as any well-meaning plane should have, right? Just very, very classic plane style. And you, of course, get the nice big wings. You can see just how wide the wingspan is. It's actually quite big for how small this plane is. And of course on here we do get some very nice sticker details here and here on the back of the plane, which if we look at that, does look quite good. And of course on the side here we get some very sneaky stickers right here for the side. Of course we get some nice zebra printing, and we also get over here a no grip and no grip signs over there. And we get a rhino head with a wildlife service sticker here. Because, of course, that's what this plane is meant to do. It's meant to survey the savannah and make sure that all the animals are doing well, that type of thing. Well, and also to watch out for poachers or any of the other stuff. You know what I mean? So these are very important planes in their respective, for their respective areas of use, right? And of course on the side we do get a little more of the canopy here, and we do get some very nice gears, which again will tie into one of the major play features of this set here in just a bit. But looking at the back of the plane now, we can see again more of just how wide and expansive the wings are. And of course we do get the tail wings, which do have more stickers here and here of the zebra stripes. And we do get a very nice shaping for the main tail rudder. And we do get some nice details over here for just the back of the wings and whatnot. And I guess whilst we're back here, we could take a look at one of the more niche play features of this set, which is, of course, the ailerons here on the back. So as you can see, if you move these panels up and down, you can adjust the ailerons. So it does have all the control surfaces that any plane should. And they travel a pretty good ways up and down. And they are on very nice pins, so they will stay wherever you put them. Same goes for the tail control surfaces. So you can move those around, you can move them up, you can move them down, you can move them, counterintuitively of each other. So lots of different control surfaces to play around with. A lot of fun to be had here on the back of the plane. So that is awesome. And then, of course, on this side, basically second verse, same as the first for the other side, but just, mirrored. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about the play features. We already showed off the first one, which is, of course, the ailerons. That's pretty customary for a plane, I would expect. But what's also customary is the rotor gimmick. So if you push on this panel right here, this little panel that just juts out from the side, and you push that, the propeller will spin. And the more you push it, and the more rhythmic your pushes get, the longer the propeller will spin. And the faster you push, the faster the propeller will spin. But that's not the only feature. As you'll notice, there's an actual engine block at the front, which will also spin around with the engine as well, as you guys can see. So, again, really, really nice play feature. And to get a better look at the play feature, the hood will open up, like so. and it gives you really good access into the engine block, which, as you guys can see, will spin up very nicely with the propellers. So that is awesome. And with that, that pretty much wraps it up for the bush plane. Yeah, I know. Kind of a short review. But there's really not that much to talk about this guy. But I guess whilst we're here, we could do some quick comparisons just to see how this guy stacks up with some of my other Technic vehicles. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Alright guys, for our quick comparisons, let's first grab the Fast and Furious Toyota Supra MK4, so you guys can see how those two look together. And, well, it makes sense that a bush plane would be smaller than a car, more or less. But, you know, it works. It works. If I can actually zoom the camera out. There we go. And for our next comparison, let's grab the, you know what, we're going to do a 2-for-1 deal here. The mini bulldozer and the mini excavator. So you can see how those two stack up next to our bush plane. So pretty nice right there. And just for fun, let's quickly grab our lovely monster trucks here, starting off with the Gigatron. And the Thunder Rorus. So you guys can see how those two stack up to the mighty bush plane. And with that, now we can wrap up our review, or my review rather, on the LEGO Technic 42198 bush plane set. All in all, really good set for what this is, and I love this little bush plane quite a bit. Obviously, the play features, I think, are pretty customary for a plane, and it's really cool to see Technic do a plane that isn't really big, let alone really costly. It's nice to see something a little more budget from them. And on top of that, I mean, the play features and everything, especially for this size scale, I think are more than enough to justify the fairly meager asking price for this set, in my opinion. Not to mention the gearbox and everything, too, was very easy to assemble. And the stickers weren't too bad either. So all around, really solid set. So with that, guys, if you guys did enjoy this review, please make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell so that you guys get notified for all my uploads. Later, Eat Squad, and have a good one.